You are listening to Season 2 of The Diary of a Wannabe Writer, the short and often daily podcast in which I chronicle my life and attempt to be a writer by writing daily. Sometimes. Hello, today is Tuesday the 9th of September 2025 and you are listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer. And I intended to write today and failed. And again, I do wonder. So I was thinking about last month. And last month I did an enormous amount of writing in the first 10 days of the month. And then kind of floundered a little bit. It's almost like I overdid it. Now, I don't think that's quite the case this time. This is only my third day off. Although tomorrow I won't be doing anything either because I have got plans for tomorrow. But yeah, I do wonder if there's something in that, because it definitely feels like a pattern repeated from last month. But it's not that I'm not, it feels like I'm not quite ready. I've done an awful lot and a lot of writing, and I feel like I need the break. Now, tomorrow I'm visiting a friend, and we're going out, and that's not going to happen. I'm not even planning to tomorrow, but then I've still got 4 days before I go back to work, and I think I'm going to make Thursday a writing day. Now, part of the issue is around the location I want to set a bit of an upcoming chapter in. But the more I think about it, the more I think I'm being silly. So I penciled in when I'm going to Beamish, which is there's a beautiful outdoor sort of open air museum. It's a bit like the Black Country Living Museum from what I can see, from what I remember, but on a bigger scale, and it's up in Newcastle area, well, Stanley, County Durham, actually. So, and the reason I've chosen to set it there is because it'd be quite fun describing it. It's also close to where I've established that Saywood is living. Quite coincidentally, I never kind of planned, when I decided that she was living in Newcastle, it wasn't that I wanted her to visit this place, but now she is there and she wants to have a day out. Excuse me, it seems to be the perfect place for her to go. But yeah, so yeah, I've just had an exceedingly lazy day today, but then that's not a bad thing, I don't think. I'm trying to think what I have done. I've drunk plenty of tea. I think I said the other day I'm planning to try and kind of up the ante on my social media a little bit. So I'm going to do a writing related thing on the days I write and a non-writing related thing every day. And I'm a few days ahead on that now, actually. I'll tell you what I did do today that was interesting. So the writing club that I'm a member of in my hometown, they want to do an anthology of short stories based around the town that I live in. And what I decided to do was go to the museum. We have a little museum. It's not huge. It's called the Daventry Museum. And it's on New Street next to Tesco. And I just kind of decided that I ought to go and visit it. I've lived here 25 years now. And I've walked past the museum, probably at least several times a year, every year. And I've never been in. And the short story, the short story anthology is supposed to be about, there's a quite famous 3-legged cat that kind of wanders around the town like it owns the place. It's even got its own Facebook group, and when people spot it somewhere, they'll put a picture of it on Facebook and stuff. And so the short story anthology is supposed to be around that cat. And I've got an idea, which is obviously we know that cats have 9 lives. Or we don't know that cats have 9 lives. We don't know anything of the sort, but cats are said to have 9 lives. And I thought it might be quite nice if I write a short story which starts off in one time zone, ending with something happening to the cat, not something horrendous, but the cat no longer being alive at the end of it. And then in its next life, it's in the same place but in a different time. And then tell that story, and when that ends, again, cat moves on somewhere else. And I just wanted to do a little bit of research into the history of the town, because the other thing is cats didn't really come over to this country until the Romans came over. But one thing I didn't know is neither did rats. There were no rats in the UK until not till the Romans invaded, but probably through trade and stuff before, because there was lots of trade going on across the Channel even before Roman times, you know, in the BC years. But no, so I've chosen 3 eras that I think I could set this story in, and one of them is going to be Roman times, and then one of them is going to be probably the 1940s during the war, and then ending with the modern day. And yeah, I'm quite excited. It was just, as I say, the chap at the museum was just really interesting and knows all about the history of the town and stuff. And, you know, I didn't realise the town had been here for nearly 900 years. And it was first created by, I think it was the niece of William the Conqueror, who, anyway, so... but yeah, so that's the other thing I did today, is do a bit of research to try and think of something for that short story. I'm not definitely going to write it. It's like everything. I will write it if I can come up with an idea that I like. But it's possible. That may happen. So yeah, lazy day today, going into London tomorrow, and then I really need to do some writing on Thursday, otherwise I'm in danger of missing my interim goal. But then I've only got to write 3,500 words by Sunday. Should be easy. We shall see. Thanks for listening. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
You have been listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer. For more information about what I'm writing, go to linktr.ee/Richard Writes, capital R, capital W, where you can find details of my website and social media. I may see you there.